How's it going, everyone? With me today is Olivia Chatfield.
Hi.
With, of course, Harriet Dimmock.
Hi.
My name is Troy Ahoro. Hi. And we are here to talk about movies in general, TV shows, everything in that genre, and what influenced us. So, guys, what influenced you? Alright, who wants to start? Anyone?
Okay, I'll give it a go.
Alright, so what do you want to talk about?
I mean, like, in cases of what I want to do,
sure.
as in become
Wait,
a
what do you want to do
director
anyway?
and that.
What do you want to do?
I'm a director,
Yeah.
and I like to find inspiration in the films I watch, and one of them is The Kingsman,
Oh, Kingsman.
Secret Service, because the way that those
I've watched
fights...
that. I love the ending. I love everything about it. Just don't like Samuel Jackson as the villain of it.
Well, I think he did a good job. But
What do you think, Harriet? Do you think he was?
I've never watched Kingsman.
Kingsman Secret Service, you've not seen it?
No.
Harriet.
We need to show you everything about that movie, especially the brain explosion scene.
Brain explosion.
I
scene.
can't spoil it in the podcast, so you guys are gonna have to
I've-
watch it in Netflix. I'm not gonna sponsor this. Continue.
But no, yeah, it's my inspiration. It's one of my inspirations because of the action scenes, like the way they're shot,
I love the action. Oh,
the way that they show the action.
What's the guy's name? Pierce Brosnan? Or I'm probably wrong. I'm butchering the guy's name. Just the old, James Bond looking type of guy
Yeah.
helps Eggsy.
Yeah, that guy.
Is it on TV?
That annoys me. That name annoys me. Eggsy.
Should be. I know. I heard it and I was like, what kind
Why
of name
Eggsy?
is that for a main character?
It's not even his real name. Think about it. It's raw. But that kind of movie wanted me to go to digital animation CGI effects.
Yeah, the
'Cause-
kind of special effects.
Yeah. Thing that influenced me was like Avengers. Where the Hulk was all CGI.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Please tell me you've seen Avengers.
Have you seen Avengers?
No.
Oh my god, Harriet, what do you do in your spare time?
Just sit around.
Okay, we gotta talk about Harriet's
Just
favorite movies.
Yeah, come on, what influences you?
What influenced you?
Like TV programs like EastEnders, because
I've never seen EastEnders. Any? Have you, Olivia?
Just seen a couple of bits and bobs when my mum
It's
watches
weird
it.
how we know a lot of movies that she doesn't know, and then we know, we don't know shit about what she likes.
Yeah, but why did it influence you?
Yeah.
because certain storylines
I guess.
Ah. involved in like real life, and you can kind of relate to it.
So you like it because it relates to you in some way.
Yeah. So like at the moment they're covering like a story about peer pressure with like
Oh.
sex and everything, and then you can
Wow.
kind of relate to it.
Yeah.
I guess it
And-
teaches you a lot about stuff. Yeah.
And then programs like the missing got me into like the
Detective.
performing.
Oh, well, acting.
And-
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and like all like the serious stuff.
Mm.
Have you ever
And
had that thought about oh, you watch this movie and you kind of thought, you know what, I feel like I would like to do acting.
Yeah.
What movie was that?
Mm.
Because for me, it was it wasn't really a TV show, but it was all scripted and basically just wrestling. They act, and I kind of want to be that kind of actor.
So a stunt man.
I guess yeah. I like stunts. I want to be a stunt man, but think of all the things you'd have to know to just do. Oh, you have to jump off a cliff today. Great. You need to learn how to
and
swim, do you?
you have to look like the person you.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess so. But then a lot of people can just make up your face. Like you can look like Peter Dinklage if you can. For stunts.
You.
Yeah.
The stunt
Hey,
double for Peter Dinklage.
I can dream.
I think like
Peter Dinklage is his name.
Doctor Who's been like a massive kind of
Doctor Who.
influence
Oh.
thing for this generation, because
A lot of people are liking that now. Back then, I didn't know about it. It wasn't a global phenomenon. but a lot of people here just like it.
I think it's got worse since Matt Smith left.
Oh god, yeah, bring back Matt Smith, please.
I don't know what you guys are on about because I don't really watch it. Care to tell me?
Matt Smith, the foofy one, the young one.
Is he the guy with the bow tie?
Yes.
Like always loves bow ties and then that tiny cup hat.
Bow ties are cool.
You had to put that in this, didn't you? Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think it's influenced me. I would say, like
With
some of the more scary and dark episodes of Doctor Who, like the Dollhouse one, and
that
and the
doll was
Silence
creepy.
especially, have really influenced my kind of I don't know, view on how I want to film things.
Sure. Fair enough. I guess like the makeups they do, or like I guess like props and. I remember seeing one character in it that was like really creepy, but like the makeup was on point, and I kind of thought, you know what? I feel like I would like to do this. Like I've seen Daleks. I want to build one. It looks cool. I've never seen the show, but I want to do it. It's weird, but you know, I guess that's all you gotta do. Game of Thrones, they show you how to make random things. Like I want to CGI effect a dragon.
That would be hard.
Exactly. That's why I want to be in a digital animation. You know, in the future, one day you'll see me make my own dragon. In any sort of show. You know, it could be in EastEnders for all you know.
There's this dragon which just appears out of nowhere.
Just starts like setting fire to the whole street.
EastEnders. Wait, in EastEnders?
Oh no, I'm talking about like the future, but
Oh, I was gonna say.
EastEnders suddenly got
You did say
interesting.
EastEnders, you know. Maybe I'll give it a shot, you know. But for now, yeah. Reality TV shows. Well, is it really reality? Well,
What?
EastEnders. It's
No,
a soap
'cause it's
opera.
not
right?
real. It's a soap opera.
Yeah.
But
But you know
we-
what's stupid? Reality TV shows.
We're not here to talk about stupid things, Troy, otherwise we'd be here all day.
It says on the paper we're talking about poop.
No, it doesn't
Poop
say on the
films.
paper.
You
It
sure?
it says that we're here to
We're
talk
not even
about
gonna bring
things
up
that
the room?
influence us. We're not gonna bring up the room.
The Room. Everyone needs to know about The Room, Olivia. Tell me
Okay.
why it's all classic.
Um,
If you don't see us right now, we have tears in our eyes just talking about The Room.
I mean, has there been like any media that's like left an impact emotionally on you?
To me, just any Pixar film. Any Pixar film. Just the animation and that. The storyline. God, they're so good at. Come
What?
on, you gotta admit it.
Yeah.
have you ever been to like a concert or something which has impacted you?
Yes.
I've never been to a concert.
I went to see a symphony perform the Legend of Zelda music,
Oh, that's sick.
and they played it in one of the big arenas in London. And
What arena?
I can't remember. I think it might
The
have been
O2.
No, I think it might have been the Wembley one.
Yeah.
I can't quite remember. But it was almost full. And just to hear everybody like cheering when their favourite character came on the screen
How
and
many
things
people
like
cosplayed
that.
as Zelda?
There were a few. Like it got to the intermission and people were going down to the bottom near the front of the stage to take photos with all the cosplayers. There were some really good ones. Like there was one guy that before the show was just going around the outside of the arena playing his ocarina.
Someone should have just bought pots and then just started smashing them everywhere, and you know.
But yeah, it was amazing because it was that feeling of
Like,
connection with the
you're-
people there.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what's amazing about like going to a concert is like everybody there has got the same something in common with you. Like they like that certain band or
True that. Yeah.
they like that certain film,
Mm.
whatever.
But in that
So-
case, it's a video game.
And it's like you're kind of humming
Were you
together.
singing? Were
as
you
like a
singing
community.
along?
Can't sing along. There are no
Wait, were you
words.
humming along?
No, but like every time the music changed, or because there was a screen showing bits of the games and that, every time a certain character came on, the whole audience would be going like, yeah,
Woo!
or boo.
Whoa.
Because like one of the first things
Is
they
it,
said was to
what's his
join
name?
in.
Ganondorf?
Yeah.
Or- yeah, I know my stuff. Some stuff. Ganondorf.
Well,
best villain.
or was it like an actual like band with like
Yeah, a whole symphony. Yeah, so a whole orchestra.
Oh yeah.
with a choir. The
Didn't they
choir
do that?
was
They
amazing.
did that like with what movies? Lord of the Rings, like the
Mm.
trilogy. They did that with Game of Thrones, I think.
I think it's a really good thing to do because the music is such an important part. It
I
really
guess
helps
so.
with the emotions. Like I know that
Uh,
if I was to watch something without the music, I wouldn't feel.
I
it
want to
as
go
much.
to those types of cinemas, like where they have like like they have symphonies or
Well, I mean,
whatnot.
that's how they used to do
Yeah.
films.
I remember one cinema that included just like what was it, Life of Pi,
Mm.
I think, and there was just boats everywhere.
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
cool.
oh, I wanna do that, but it's probably really expensive.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think it's good with like any like if you're watching a film or like a TV program. It really if you're a director or something and you want a piece of music at this point, it can kind of brainwash the audience into.
Yeah. You can't just have
thinking.
anything like just like have a movie and have it silent, because that just won't work. Have you seen The Room? That didn't have anything background related. It was just him talking, and that was
No, there is music in that film.
but not really that
Not good music,
good.
but there's music.
Like you know Jaws. You've seen Jaws, right?
No,
Well, but you know the song.
I know the song. Yeah,
Yeah.
the song's iconic.
Yeah, the song's iconic. And, I think that's what every movie needs. Is like, not just have the movie back, but it needs to have some type of background for it. Like I've seen, what was it, Star Wars, and it always had good background music.
Da, 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 da.
We're not supposed to sing that right now. It's a podcast. But yeah, what other things do we need to talk about?
I mean, talking about music, does that help change your emotions in any way? Like I know with me, when I listen to music, it can change the way I'm feeling, whether it be happy
It
or sad.
It definitely
like that.
does. Like, cause I remember watching like a bit of just Jaws, and my teacher told me, cause we were watching in class or somewhere. My teacher told me that every time the music got louder, like dun, my eyes would just like pop out, like I'm like, whoa, I'm kind of scared right now, and everyone just like kept looking at me to see if I would do it again. I did.
What about like actual albums and bands and that?
Oh, you mean like songs by different types of people?
Yeah, because I remember Harriet said something about that, didn't you?
Yeah, well, when I was going through like a hard time about a year ago, I found this singer / rapper.
NF? Is that you're on about? NF? Who is that?
Yeah. And yeah, even though it was kind of depressing music, it kind of made me think I wasn't alone. So
That's something to have.
Yeah, like I get that when I listen to podcasts and YouTube and that. Like when you're lonely, having someone watching someone play a game or talking about things
for
makes
me-
you feel less
or
alone.
Yeah.
or
For me,
like
it's just songs like popped up, happy songs.
or like on like YouTube, because they have like daily vlogs and stuff like that. You kind of build up a relationship with these people even though you never met them.
Yeah, and it's
That's
like
So
you get emotionally invested in their lives that impact your life. Like, I mean, we're talking about how media influences us, and that is a perfect example. We get
Yes.
completely attached to these people that we don't know, and if something sad happens in their life, we feel sad for them.
True. That's too true.
I mean, really, we just get too attached. We're fickle beings.
True.
do you think we get too attached to our friends?
Probably.
This is a different podcast. But hey, I usually don't watch YouTube a lot now, but I did back then. Like I used to watch gamer YouTubers like religiously. Go home, watch it. Even in school, sometimes I watch it. And I guess what you guys are saying, like Markiplier, he's well connected to his fans. His fans are, of course, in love with what he does and how he sticks with his fans, and that's all I have to say about that. I have nothing to add.
Okay, how about anything that has scared us as children? That's like given us nightmares.
Oh really? I talked
When-
about this. You just wanted me to talk about this, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bruce. Bruce from Finding Nemo scares the hell out of me. Still. Come on, tell me that shark did not scare you.
He did, but he doesn't anymore.
Still do. I remember when I was a kid, like a youngling. Pools, if I'm like alone in like a swimming pool, get out of there, because I think Bruce will pop out of the water, the kind of like pipe, or even in the shower. If I think about him, I'm like, nope.
You think somehow Bruce will be able to come out of a shower head? A giant great white shark
Well,
coming through your shower head.
I just had like I just got traumatized about that. I guess in some way,
Did anything scare you?
Yeah.
Jumanji.
How?
I don't know why, but like I remember watching it as a kid and then
You
going
just-
to sleep and having really weird and crazy nightmares.
About a board game.
But it's not just a board game, is it? It's a magical board game where like
Do you think they have that?
crazy things happen.
Do you think they have that game in real life?
Of course not.
And if there is, would you play it?
Oh, don't know, because there's like a risk of death.
If it's just like a board game.
So you're not
Do
talking
you think
about
it's
the
not, like-
actual board game.
Yeah, just an actual board game. Like, all right, I might not play it, guys. Backing away. I don't want me to get some monkeys in my house, turn my house into a jungle.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of that right now.
Uh,
Have you seen Jumanji?
No.
How about
No?
fears?
Oh, Harriet.
How about what are you scared of besides me having, being afraid of sharks and her being afraid of a board game?
You cartoon sharks.
Hey,
I
real life
was
sharks don't scare me. just that cartoon shark, but yeah.
I was watching another. No, it was when I was about 7. I went to see a film, and and before the film they show adverts, and one of them was about this girl who doesn't look when she's crossing a road, and she walks into
Oh.
the car, and
Oh.
it smashes into like it's like a vase. It just smashes.
Oh, are you on about
Mm.
like those kind of
The
like
Think
sad?
adverts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
oh.
yeah, I was only 8, 7 at the time, so I didn't really understand it. And it went to a future, and the whole life was just smashing up, and that really frightened me.
Mm.
And I think that's what caused my stutter.
Really?
Jesus.
Damn.
That's something to think about. Like I've seen those types of adverts.
They can be pretty traumatic.
They can, but some of them are just. I don't know what to think about.
Do you
them.
think they take them too far?
I
Yeah,
guess they take them too far, so we capture we get hooked into what's happening. Because if it's just gonna be like some guy telling us, oh, don't do this and don't do that when you're doing something,
and I think as well, if they had a smoking advert on a few years ago, when the guy was smoking, and then there's this tumour
Mm.
on it, and it was to show that if you smoke, you're gonna get cancer.
Mm.
But it was really graphic.
Mm.
It's like, what's the point in that?
I mean, I get it sometimes, like it's to shock because that stays with us. But I don't know. I think if you're showing it to kids,
Well, if it wasn't really showing it to kids, what if like some kid accidentally watched it? It's not, it's not really mostly aimed for kids, is it?
yeah. But I mean, if Harriet,
They're
you
not
were
gonna-
saying you're at the cinema, right?
Yeah.
And they show adverts that have been like
Right, yeah.
rated
I
for
guess.
that film.
Yeah, it was rated like a.
It wasn't for a kids
Yep.
movie,
Yeah.
was it? Was
No.
it?
Yeah, it was a kids film.
Whoa. Mm.
And I mean, I know it's trying to keep kids to like.
You won't see the advert
Do
in
it.
like CBBC or.
But I remember them being shocking, but I don't remember them. But I do remember the hedgehog ones where they had the cartoon hedgehogs that used to cross the road. And I remember those because I thought they were
Never seen.
cute.
I've never seen.
Oh yeah, this was an actual person. Like
Yeah. And like those ones, they don't stick with me. I just remember them being traumatic.
For me, the only like warning kind of like advert I've ever seen is like near like New Year's where there's fireworks a lot, and it just basically showed us like, oh, don't do fireworks or else this will happen. It shows you graphic photos
Mm.
like some kid's hand blew up. It's disgusting. To be honest, I didn't get phased about that. My cousin, on the other hand, who, from that time on was just doing fireworks day, because it was near New Year's. As soon as he watched that, it was like, nope, drop the fireworks. He has not ever used fireworks ever again. That was
Because
like
of one advert.
because of one advert that involved. I guess if you wanna, keep something in some kid's head, that's how you do it.
I think
But I was saying it didn't affect me.
I think it affects different things affect different people.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, because I've got some other people here. Because we asked some of our
Should we ask our
classmates.
and
Stevie
teachers.
boy?
Yeah, Stevie boy, old Stevie.
Wonder.
Just like what kind of things influence them, or like what we've been talking about.
Well, he just said, you wrote it as Star Trek and Alien, not Alien 3,
Mhm.
which I'm confused about, but I'm pretty sure I had something to do with Alien 3.
Because he kept stating over and over and over and over and over again how much he hated Alien 3.
Yeah. He loves Star Trek, the TV show, just not the films.
Really?
And, I don't know if he said it, but I'm pretty sure
I don't think
he
he
only-
did.
he only talked about how he liked Star Trek,
Which is all of it.
which is all of it, and then Alien.
'Cause
Everything but Alien 3.
He said that like the sci-fi and horror genre really
Yeah.
helped influenced him, and he
A
was
lot.
saying how
Yeah.
music influences him as well.
You can see, in today's youth, you can just see a lot of people getting hooked into that. You see people in Comic-Con, you usually see like the new films, but you would always see someone wearing like a Spock costume or cosplay, and like some always wearing the red. Basically, that kind of thing just sticks with you.
Yeah, sometimes the originals, most of the time originals don't get forgotten. I mean, there are a few.
Like,
Bridge to Terabithia had an original, and I didn't know that until I
They
started
didn't do a
researching
second
it.
film, did they?
No, but there was like an original, and then they did the remake in the early 2000s. That
Really?
everybody
yeah,
knows.
I didn't know that.
But
I
they
only
had done
knew
one
that.
in like the 70s or something before, and it was terrible.
There you
Gee,
go.
I showed you the clip.
Oh yeah. Have any favorite movies, guys? Just like he did? Or like, favorite movies or TV shows that stick with you to this day still?
I like films which are like on like a timeline.
Like,
So it's about people's lives, but it's throughout their whole life. So you see them as young.
so you have you seen Boyhood recent? Have you ever seen Boyhood?
No.
Damn it.
Getting your presentation done, Shrey?
Hey. It's not my podcast, okay? It's a group podcast.
But like I just mentioned, Bridge to Terabithia was a big one for my childhood.
Does it still stick with you to this day?
Yes, because the ending, I didn't expect it.
I guess that I've seen the ending, and you know what? I felt pretty sad about it. Like, I haven't seen it recently, but as a youngling.
Yeah, it was one of the first times that I really felt sad for a character.
I've never had that.
The first time I cried in a film was Marley and Me.
Fair enough. I've never seen it, but I've heard a lot of people cried. Cause don't spoil it here. Spoil it.
I watched that film after my dog died.
Oh,
Oh.
no!
Don't
So-
tell me. Oh,
Oh no, that's depressing.
we can't let this podcast go depressing, guys.
But speaking of things that made me cry, one of the other things that made me cry first
Up.
time was a weird film called Hotel for Dogs.
Oh yeah.
But it made me
I remember that.
it made me cry when the brother and sister got separated.
Oh.
Because I had such a close, I still do have such a close bond with my little brother
I don't know. But
that I could feel that if that ever happened to me, it would be devastating. And I actually connected with the big sister at that point, and I felt genuinely sad.
nothing about the dogs in the hotel. Just the connection. I got sad at I just get sad a lot from Pixar movies.
Yeah, like you said earlier.
Up.
Have you heard of like the
Pixar theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know too much facts about Pixar now.
But it's like Pixar is made, it's their main goal
Yeah.
to make you feel
That-
emotions.
Pixar is also the big reason why I kind of want to do animation and just directing or basically anything to do with Pixar. You know, you give me something like, oh, you can do something with like you know, being an assistant to one of them. Like, sure, but whatever gets me, you know, progressive out there, I will take anything for Pixar. Not just, you know, just not cafeteria or something like that. Just not, please. I'm not gonna stoop that low.
Yeah, it's like I would love to work for the BBC in Cardiff.
How about? I feel like you would want to work at Studio Ghibli. I don't know why.
That would be
In Cardiff.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Cardiff. Because that's where they filmed Doctor Who and Sherlock.
Oh.
And I'd
alright.
love to work on those sets. Like, Stephen Moffat is amazing, in my opinion. Like, his writing is just...
Is he the guy that? Is he the,
And Mark
the one that
Gatiss.
made it? Is he
Yeah,
the one that made?
Stephen Moffat and Mark Gatiss created Sherlock. And
about
Stephen
Doctor Who?
Moffat is the main guy for it. Well, Doctor Who is over 50 years old.
Oh. People might hate me if I say that, but I thought Stephen Moffat was the one that made
No.
Doctor Who.
I mean, we
Guys.
were talking like the other day about how Douglas Adams, the writer of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, wrote Doctor Who episodes, and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy came out ages ago. Is there anything as a kid you shouldn't have watched?
Oh. I have a story time here.
Oh,
Philippines, when we used to go from like, oh, so weekends we can stay at our grandma's house.
Mm.
At night, like 12 or 11 p.m., there is always, you know, Simpsons running, and I wasn't allowed to watch that because it always said, oh, for 15 and over, and I was like 7 at this point. But when my cousin watches it at late nights, I'm just like sneaking in, you know, sneaking to go down the stairs and just like peek and watch what's happening in the latest episode of The Simpsons. Because The Simpsons back then, they're not like, you know, what they are now. You wouldn't see them in lunch boxes being sold to younger kids in this generation, would you? Or no, in, you know, later generation.
I get what you mean.
Generation? Yeah, but yeah. I've also watched MTV when it was back then, and they showed, you know, those weren't really for younger kids to see. Because they had Beavis and Butthead, they had Jackass. I remember watching a show where it was like all claymation. You wouldn't think claymation would be anything downright disturbing. Wrong. It was like, it's something called Celebrity Deathmatch.
Oh, God.
And think about it. A young kid watching Celebrity Deathmatch. It involved top stars like, oh, Michael Jackson's in there. He's also fighting Samuel Jackson. Most brutal fight you could ever see in your life. So yeah, I guess that's, you know, that's like the most mature thing I've ever watched, you know, as a youngling. How about you guys?
I was a good girl.
Yeah.
I could say probably the only thing was like, because I grew up in a religion, the kind of things that they would put in their books and that were quite traumatic actually, but not anything else.
Downright disturbing.
No.
That's good. How about you, Harriet? I feel like you are exploding to say something.
No.
No, see, we were good girls.
Think
I was raised in the good neighborhood. Okay?
because I've like come from like a religious background. No, not religious, but
Oh my.
not strict, just in between.
Just religious.
And yeah, I just kind of not.
You didn't turn to the bad side, or you know,
Yeah.
dark
yeah.
side.
I called Troy here.
Hey. Don't watch Celebrity Deathmatch, people.
So do you watch I'm a Celebrity?
I haven't this year.
What is it with you with I'm Celebrity, you guys? Because you know what, I don't watch it like you guys. But what is it? Why do people like it so much?
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
Hilarious. You get to see celebrities
As you can
that
see,
have
Olivia
been
Chatfield
washed
is
out.
very enthused right now.
It's been like they're not that famous anymore.
Yeah.
Z-list celebrities eating worms to get attention.
That makes sense.
I enjoy like the social part of it as well.
I mean, Ant and Dec are pretty funny.
I
but
would never.
This isn't on subject.
We never got onto subject.
We did get onto our subject. We have been talking about how it influences us. We have. We asked Rory what kind of things influenced him and inspired him.
he talked about Saving Private Ryan, but that was him getting, not being taught, I guess, about how good the filmography is. Or is that how you would say it?
I mean,
He loved it, and he turned into a world type of piece, and
yeah, it said it made him think about war and that.
I guess it would,
Mm.
that happens a lot in some movies. Like for me, I remember watching some movie where it was like a little bit of everyone's story. Someone had some story, and this guy had like some kind of racist type of it had like a racist background where this guy got arrested for no reason by some cop who was white, and that kind of struck with me like, oh, because I was like watching this when I was 10. I'm like, okay, this is kind of giving me something to think about. Like, that is true. What I see right there, it's not just some story made up. It's what you see in some real life. It's like you've seen the videos of some guy getting arrested for doing the smallest things, and that happens in some movies a lot. Ones
Yeah,
I've
just
seen.
things that make you more like
Think about
think about the world and how bad it can be. Like I
True.
remember reading a book about a greyhound and about like greyhound racing and how
dog racing. Oh,
and how they will keep them in small cages. They will only let them out to race.
oh,
And like this happens to some, not all,
yeah.
and it happens very hardly now because of like the RSPCA and that.
Yeah.
But also like when they're too old, some will get
Just-
killed because of it.
Oh,
Yeah, same with horses as well.
Yeah, and it's like I remember reading that as a child and thinking, that's not okay.
No, it's not. No,
It's just
it's downright disgusting.
yeah, and like me finding that out as a
As a young,
10-year-old girl, and I'm like,
what the hell? It kind of makes you think
Mom.
as well. It's like, what's this on TV? Cover your eyes.
just
Cover.
like,
I've never had those types of film. Well, no. I've never seen those types of films. My mom would be strict. Always showing me films.
you haven't seen Black Beauty?
Hmm?
You haven't seen Black Beauty?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's about a horse.
Never seen it.
No.
No?
Damn sad.
I was a Nickelodeon, cartoons kid. Nickelodeon's Cartoon Network, Disney Channel.
So and
Ha-
that's why your
have you
personality
seen,
is so
um,
weird.
Huh?
Did
Sorry,
you,
what did you say?
Let Harriet speak.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
did
after
you
this-
watch Charlotte's Web when you were young?
Yes, I love Charlotte's
I know someone called Charlotte Webb.
Web.
Wait,
It made me slightly less
Charlotte
scared
Web.
of spiders.
still don't like him. And I like Spider-Man. Think about that. Man who's afraid of animated sharks and spiders.
So, can you think of anything that's helped you in dark times?
Oh, I feel like I'm just gonna go back to the same old, thing, which is just Pixar again.
Yeah.
Because, it might show you like some dark times, but from time to time when you need something to bring you up, to hear some lighthearted, movie, like, for example,
I'd say Toy Story.
Toy Story, yeah. Toy Story, Cars, just basically anything they make, it brings me up.
Mm.
Lifts me up when I'm having a bad day. How about you? How about you too?
I say like certain video games helped me a lot. Like I was going through a rough time, and Ni no Kuni, which is a Japanese role-playing game, helped me because it transported me very well into a world of magic and happiness, and you're following this character that you get really enveloped in.
And you actually become the character, kind of.
Yeah, and you like I got emotionally attached to this guy, and you want him to like win. And for me to be able to spend hours playing this cute game made me feel less crap about real life.
That's nice. How about you, Harriet? How about
Um,
anything?
What in like media?
Anything from music? Well, yeah.
Books.
No.
Films, blah blah blah.
Yeah. Anything in entertainment.
I think YouTube and music.
Mm.
And and just talking to people as well.
What,
Yeah.
What in YouTube, like, you know, what do you usually watch in YouTube?
Just people's lives.
Mm.
Oh, you like vloggers.
See, like the
Yeah.
connection.
Yeah.
I guess.
And yeah, like I said before, it's like they're only like there's only like a piece of like glass in between.
Mm.
So
It's true. I used to do that, but now it's mostly just me watching a lot of random things on YouTube.
Which you then send to us, yeah.
To you, yes.
On Facebook,
The
yeah.
Irish people. I've told you about the Irish people, yes?
Yes, yeah.
The Irish people trying out. It's kind of like BuzzFeed, but Irish people.
Speaking of like reactions and things,
I
that's always fun to watch.
What?
Watching other people react. Suppose it's you
know,
wanting to see
said, that was
other
surprising to me.
people's views on things.
That's surprising to me how that became famous.
I
How
mean,
how someone trying out something, it turns out they get millions and millions, sometimes a lot of cash for it.
yeah, I think it's because we are interested in other people. We have this like natural curiosity, and then to see something that most of the time that we love,
Yeah.
you know how you want to share it with people and see
I
their
guess, yeah.
reactions to it. I
Yeah.
suppose it's the same that way.
Yeah, I guess. But like that's this generation now. Back then it was just like, oh, I can't wait to do this, I can't wait to do that. But you can just watch it now on YouTube, like, oh, I can't wait to see that guy do that.
Mm.
Which I guess, you know, I kind of miss the old generation where it was just, you know, you trying out the new things. Like even video games, you don't watch anyone do like a let's play of like Halo. You used to play it, and sometimes you would just watch it with someone while they're playing it. You would just get bored of that. But now, you know, I guess in YouTube everyone's just entertained about watching it for some reason, which
because they
is
have
confusing.
like in somewhere they have like all these like massive arenas watching people play video games.
Yeah, I mean,
That confuses me.
it's like sport though. I mean, we watch people play football.
Yeah, but it's
It's just the same.
somewhat the same.
But I find that the video games, because it's normally just one person, you can connect more to that person, and normally it's pretty funny. Whereas,
But-
you know, football
yeah,
is
but, like-
just watching sport.
Yeah, but you know, like the esports that you know we're on
Hmm.
about, it's literally us just watching someone shoot someone. When we, in our own mind, can actually do that, we can go home, you know, set up our Xbox or PlayStation. We can play and actually, you know, do it ourselves instead of watching someone. But yeah, that's all I have to say. That's my 2 cents in the thing.
I think we've spoken about it a lot.
We've spoken about a lot of things. Some ad-libbed. Boy, this is my first time doing a podcast, and you know, feels natural. Yes, boss.
Yeah, so has anybody got anything to say before we finish?
Thanks for listening.
There you go, Harriet says it right.
She said it correctly. I was gonna say it.
She stole your stuff.
I know my stuff.
Bye.
Bye bye. Yes, boss.